Mike McCool here in the Royal Examiner studio, and today I have with me Justin Proctor. Justin is the coordinator for, let me read this off here so you'll know, Environmental Sustainability Advisory Committee. I couldn't remember that, so I have to read it.
Nobody can. ESAC for sure.
Basically what we're talking about is Earth Day 2023. It's again happening. Last year we had this at the gazebo town commons area, the pavilion and all sorts of stuff. And so this year it's going to be there again. It's April 22nd. Justin, tell us a little bit about what makes this year a little different than last year.
Awesome. We're excited. So this will be our second annual. Last year was a big success. We had over 450-ish people attend, which for our pilot year was a big deal.
Good. Yeah.
And so this year we're going even bigger. We realized that it was something the community wanted, and we're like, let's go bigger. So we have over 40 different exhibitors coming, different organizations, conservation and environmental organizations from all around the area coming to showcase what they do, to engage the community, to get people to sign up as volunteers, as members, to get them involved with upcoming events. It's a great way for the community to connect with all the great undertakings already happening out there in our community, which is really exciting. And so to add to that, we're also doing food trucks. People last year got a little hungry, so we've got some food trucks coming.
If you bring food, people will show up.
People will show. This is a big thing. And then we had some good feedback last year that we had a lot of kids attend, which we love. It's very much a family day. And the kids wanted something to pet. So this year, we've got a petting zoo coming. The Mini Menagerie Petting Zoo from the Shenandoah Valley is coming up with all sorts of fluffy animals that kids can...
Kids love that stuff,
Love it. So that'll be a good time. And then, of course, we're going to have native plant sales. We have Seven Bends Nursery coming down. And they're going to be selling all sorts of really cool native plants. We're going to have plant giveaways. We're going to have lots of activities for kids. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Those native plants is a good thing. We bring our... we bring our nursery items from all around the country. Next thing we got wrong kind of pollens and things start
wrong kind of insects and just lots of issues. Yes,
they found that out a lot of like out west. People took all their grasses from the East Coast, took them to the West Coast, and
this is a thing. This is a thing. So there's a big push right now to get native plants back,
and they grow better.
They grow better. They're acclimated to where we are, right? So deeper roots, they can handle droughts, floods, they can handle the climate. So native plants are the way to go. And of course, they have a lot of relationships with our beneficial native insects, which of course feed our birds, and up you go.
It's hard, we talked a little while ago to somebody about pollinators, we don't really realize that, we don't like bugs, but, it's part of the life cycle. You know what I mean? They all have a little role. Yep. We don't know what they are, but...
They're super important. Insect diversity is a big deal. The right kind of beneficial insects, too. So there's a lot.
They all have something, but if nothing else, they're food for somebody else.
They're food for somebody else, absolutely. So, we're going to, the day is packed. It's going to be from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturday, April 22nd. The other really exciting thing is, if you remember last year, we were also celebrating Arbor Day at the same time. We did a ceremonial tree planting. Last year we had that at 3 p.m. at the end of the day, and we realized people were just tired. So this time we're putting it right in the middle, 1 o'clock. It's going to be right there behind the new pavilion near the gazebo. And we're going to be planting a new tree and celebrating the fact that we're Tree City USA designated by the Arbor Day Foundation. So that'll be happening at 1 o'clock, right in the middle of the day, so everybody can attend and just walk right over.
And that'll be a native tree.
Be a native tree. That's right. We're picking it out right now.
I see here you got live music. You got some...
we got live music. That's going to be a surprise.
Sustainable music?
We got sustainable, earthy music. Absolutely. Kind of bluegrassy feeling. It'll be good.
Great. So it'll fit the vibe. It's really interesting when, we all think of just certain things when we talk about sustainability, like got electric car, windmills, but there's so many other things that we don't really realize. Some things are carried away. My wife likes to knit. And now the big thing is having sustainable. I thought, isn't wool sustainable? I mean, but no, they got to have a plant-based. Anyway, there's always but there's a lot of things like that.
That's the fun part. We're figuring out more and more each day how to do this right.
And they said, well, I've been doing that all my life. I didn't know it.
Exactly. And that's the idea. We're going to have a lot of different exhibitors here. I mean, from the state parks, the national parks. We're going to have the schools there, the elementary schools, the high school, showcasing some of the cool science projects they do. I mean, we're going to have invasive species we're going to talk about. We're going to have the 4-H Center. We're going to have the Scouts. I mean, it's just all these different groups that interact with nature in different ways. And that's the fun part. You, as someone who's attending, get to decide, hey, which one of these resonates with me? Which angle do I like on this as a way to get more involved with our local environment?
Well, I hope you have somebody there to talk about how to get rid of this bamboo that is going everywhere.
It is brutal.
That is not a native plant.
No, it's not. I do believe we have one native bamboo, but that's not the one you're finding everywhere.
No.
Yeah.
And like, oh, I just planted one little thing, and then 3 years later, it's
and off it goes. So yes, invasive species or really aggressive species control is a thing for sure.
Somebody thought that's a really good idea, but
Yeah.
it wasn't. So,
Worked well for a hedge for a little while.
yeah,
Then it spread.
until it's in your neighbor's yard and your
Bingo.
neighbor's yard. And
Yep.
your neighbor.
Exactly. There's a lot to learn. We're always learning, and so that's why we're inviting a lot of people.
Tell me a little bit about the native plant sale. You said one of the nurseries is putting that on.
Seven Ben's nursery is coming down. They're in the Winchester area. They're coming down, and that's going to be really exciting because, I mean, that's the heart of this, like we're talking about. It starts with native plants. It's something you can take home and you can do on your own property. I mean, that's something we talk a lot about, is that we spend a lot of time protecting public spaces like our national parks and state parks, which is really important. But 80 to 90% of the land is privately owned now.
Exactly.
So if you want to do good conservation, you need to be doing it at home on private lands. The land we own, whether you have a quarter acre and a tenth of an acre, 50 acres, that's where good conservation needs to happen, right? That's the bulk of the land now.
It is.
So native plants are just an awesome way to get that ecosystem going again on your property and watch it unfold. You plant the right stuff. I mean, nature's pretty resilient. It'll find it. That's the really exciting thing. These native bumblebees will come to that plant.
It's amazing. I remember back before your day, the Exxon Valdez, remember the oil thing?
Sure.
But how nature just, they went up there and did a lot of cleaning, but then they go back 10 years later, they don't even know it was there.
Right. Incredible, right?
It's incredible.
If we give it a chance.
Just get out of the way and let it happen.
Couple building blocks, and if we just keep them in place, things will go the right direction.
You're going to have your electric car there?
We are going to I don't have an electric one yet. I'm working on it. However, we will have an electric car display, an electric motorcycle display. I don't know if you remember last year, there was a group there that was showcasing a lot of really cool electric vehicles.
Maybe Lewis will show up with his little red.
That'd be fun.
He's fun.
That would be fun. Yeah.
But there's a lot to be said. There's a lot of people are really ragging on electric cars, but there's pros and cons, and there's place for them. And we have chargers right downtown there.
Absolutely.
I think we do. So,
and I think a lot of people expect the sustainability movement to just immediately be perfect, to solve all of our problems immediately with the next invention. But you have to remember, this is a stepwise thing. We're figuring it out, right? Little by little, we're trying to make it better. It's not always going to be a perfect solution to the problem, but we need to invest in that to get to the next step, right?
Well, I tell you, the thing in history that's really funny is you go back to around 1900, there was more electric cars on the road than there were gas cars. So, we started in the electric car because they were so much easier to do. To do it, but they had old lead acid batteries. They didn't go very far. Of course, you didn't have to go very far.
That's true.
You went 2 or 3 miles a day. That was a lot.
That's true. That's true. People are traveling a little more these days.
So we're like circling back.
Exactly.
This sounds like a great family event.
Will be.
A lot of fun. 10 o'clock to 3 o'clock at the town commons area by the gazebo. We're going to have food trucks. We're going to have plant sales. We're going to have displays. We're going to have
activities for the kids, petting zoo.
Yeah, you can't go wrong.
It's
all free.
And it's all free, 100%. Come on down, and there'll be lots of giveaways too, so you're going home with something.
There's something there that you will enjoy to do. It sounds like a great event. We'll put this up on the Royal Examiner. I'll list all the links below. They got a little website and Facebook stuff, so we'll put all that on there where they can get it and give them the map in case they're coming from out of town.
Exactly.
And we will see you April 22nd, 10 o'clock at the Town Commons for Earth Day 2023.
Awesome. See you there.
Thanks,
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.